Broadcasting the two mics on Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
Good morning, I'm Mike Graham, he's Mike Parry, you're listening to the two mics on Talk Radio and what can only be described as a coup of massive proportions. It's a great morning to be British apparently, thanks to Andy Murray and Lewis Hamilton, even though there doesn't seem to be anyone actually running the country. The Prime Minister got booed at Wimbledon yesterday and the two contenders for his job are still ripping each other to shreds. Meanwhile, we'll be celebrating Porky Parry's family barbecue yesterday and asking why so many men are bursting into tears at the moment. 0844 499 1000. Also coming up on the show, we'll have our weekly winners and losers competition. And we'll find out why Porky keeps getting into Twitter spats with the likes of Liam Gallagher. You're listening to the two mics with me, Mike Graham, and Mike Parry on Talk Radio.
Online and on DAB.
The two mics on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
It's time to say a very, very good morning to Mr. Mike Porky Parry in a place that is normally occupied by somebody else. Welcome to Talk Radio, Mr. Parry.
Well, welcome to Talk Radio yourself, Mike, and it's great to be here. And we've got a week of this ahead of us, and it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. You're absolutely right to talk about men who are crying. By the way, did you get the number right when you wrote?
I didn't know. No, I gave the wrong number out because normally we're on Talk Sport, so you see the number there is different from the one
like to repeat
where it is here.
Well,
the number here is, of course, 0844 499 1000.
Excellent, that's good.
I might get you to give it out next time.
Yeah, I will.
I made such a mistake.
Yeah, absolutely right. When was the last time you cried?
Last time I cried, I don't think I've cried for probably a couple of weeks.
I don't cry on sentimental things.
You don't cry at all.
Well, I don't know.
You have no emotion. You are an emotional husk. You are, in fact, completely and utterly bereft of any sort of sympathy.
I honestly can't remember the last time I cried. I can't see a reason for crying.
I
For
can't
me,
imagine you crying, actually.
crying is...
Did you not even cry as a child?
I don't remember crying as a child. Crying is defeatism. Last time I
Not
cried...
even when he was stuck under the old, underneath the stairs in that cupboard room that your parents put you in.
No, I didn't have one of those. That's another one of your fantasies. Last time I cried, I remember, is 1968, when Everton lost the FA Cup final 1-0 to West Brom. Yeah, Jeff Astle.
88,
By the way,
98, 2008. That's nearly 50 years
nearly
ago.
50 years ago. If I was the Prime Minister yesterday, I might have cried.
Because he was booed.
Well, it was incredible, isn't it? The Prime Minister of the country, he's at the key sporting event of the summer, which is the Wimbledon men's final.
Yeah.
Andy Murray, a Scotsman, and of course, we've had British,
apparently.
Well, he's British, obviously, but he's a Scotsman as well. We've had, sort of interdenominational politics over the last few months.
Yeah.
He actually gives him a mention. He says, "Yeah, I'm delighted the Prime Minister's here today to see me play and all that kind of
he
stuff."
didn't say that he was delighted Nicola Sturgeon.
No, but the
He
moment...
didn't unfurl a Scottish flag like Alex Salmond did a few years ago.
No, he didn't. But the moment he mentioned Nicholas Cameron, you heard there's some crazy boo.
Nicholas Cameron, did you just say?
David Cameron. David Cameron. You heard this amazing boo echoing around Wimbledon. It was embarrassing.
It was embarrassing. And in front of his mum as well, because he was over his mum.
He has one with him. And I have to
Like
say,
all good Prime Ministers.
I thought he looked pretty dishevelled, actually, David Cameron.
He's put a bit of weight on, hasn't he?
He's put a bit of weight on. He looks to me like the man who suddenly found the burden of the world lifted off his shoulders. Yeah. And it wouldn't surprise me if he's, been getting...
Well, he's not in charge of it, basically. I mean, he's in charge of absolutely nothing. I mean, the teachers went on strike last week. There was no reason for them to do so. There was no government to strike against.
No.
The railway workers have gone on strike.
Train drivers
there's
disruptive.
There's a big deal. We'll talk about that a bit later on.
Doctors are thinking of taking some action.
And the two women who are now fighting it out to become the next Prime Minister, right, are still tearing lumps out of each other because one's got kids and one hasn't.
Absolutely
I'm going to
right.
prove to you why, actually, old Leadsom, even though she's now apologised, is correct to say